Hello, today let's try that again. Hello, today we are reviewing the AI Heat 5 Federal Cruiser police car in Need for Speed World on Sparkserver. Available to donors who have donated $5 or more. It gives you access to all the AI police vehicles. I'm not associated with Sparkserver. I'm not encouraging you specifically to donate. It's your own choice. You do your own thing. That done, here it is. It is a little bit different than what you would normally see in Need for Speed World on other servers or back in World's heyday when EA was actually running it. I shouldn't really call it its heyday. It was more of its dark era when it was being controlled badly. And anyway, moving on. It looks different. Why? It has the Rockport Police design instead of the Need for Speed World exclusive version of the Palmont design that was gray, blue stripes, etc. You see a similar design on the Heat 1 and 3, like the Civic Cruiser and the State Muscle Cruiser respectively. This is the Rockport one. I don't know why Sparkserver's done that. I don't really mind because as much as I like that gray and blue design on those other vehicles, I don't think it ever really fit this Corvette very well. And this white look is classic. It's nice. It's clean. I feel like it's aged a little bit less poorly than like the original Heat 1 Civic Cruiser that I already covered. There are some strange problems, like if you look closely, yeah, that's a little weird. Same on the other side. Same thing. These don't really fit. I'm pretty sure that's just a result of that having been how the car always was. I don't know. Moving on, here it is. This is going to be a lot less glitchy and strange than the previous, I think, 3 videos with the vehicles that just acted really weird. So, let's get out in here into the world. I'm going to get the license plate back after it stops freezing up. There we go. Crash with car damage on. Turn it off real brief because I don't like the look of it. And there we go. We have our license plate. So, let's drive around for a little bit and tour the vehicle. It's nice. It's pretty. It's clean. It's simple. Interestingly enough, in terms of, and I could just be interpreting this wrong, but this is just my impression, it seems a fair bit slower. It's not slow, but it doesn't feel as snippy and snappy and quick as, say, the Heat 1 Civic Cruiser, Heat 2 unmarked version, the original Civic Cruiser, and yet, when we take a look, I'm not so sure about these, and I'm not going to scroll all the way back to the other ones, but its overall rating is quite a bit higher. It's 811 instead of 780 something, and yeah, so it's not really super duper representative of how it performs. I feel like the handling is better in that you have more control through your turns. It feels less prone to sort of violent oversteer during sharp braking and turns. And yeah, I guess trade-off is it's a little bit slower. Unlike, again, the last couple of vehicles I reviewed, there are, that I can tell, no modeling inaccuracies, visual glitches, performance characteristics that are strange. It's actually a normal, fully functioning, playable vehicle. So that's nice. Let's get into a race. I'll just choose something real quick. Just some sort of, I don't know, a sprint. Where's a good one? Where's a good one? Give me a good one. Oh, for reasons I don't understand, you don't always see all of the available events at every moment. Sure, Stadium and Highway 99. I feel like I did this one already in another of my car reviews, but that's okay. We're not here to specifically tour every event or make sure we don't go over the same ones again. Let's just take a look through the car. So, perfect launch is pretty good. Again, it feels just a tad slower than some of those other AI cars that do function normally and don't have weird problems, such as instantaneous acceleration and the ability for it to get damaged and disabled. Not sure why and how this has happened in terms of, you know, this car being completely normal and then some of those others just aren't, but that is beyond the scope of my knowledge or responsibility. I don't run the server. I don't know much about it. I'm just impressed that the people running the server have actually made it available in some fashion. And yes, I realize I already went over it's a donor exclusive thing. I don't know. I'm not too worried about it. It's not like... Oh, so I'll mention that. I was about to say it's not like you can use it in multiplayer. You can't. You can use it in private events with your friends or in single player. That's good enough for me because I never really do multiplayer in this. Not sure why. Don't know if it's because of fear of failure and not winning. I don't know. I'm not super worried about it, but I just prefer doing single player. You're not dealing with laggy people crashing all over the place, and it's just nicer. And actually, single player in this, I am just kind of cruising ahead. I'm used to driving some of these cars, and I feel decently good at it, but I do feel like single player is reasonably competitive in that it's not just a cakewalk. There is someone behind me right there, and, you know, I've been going, I'm trying. So, I like it. It's fairly balanced. It's good. One thing I'll point out, I really should have put in my Sparkserver versus WUGG comparison thing that I really should have pointed out. There's no collisions in multiplayer races. I got an achievement! Hooray! I'll save getting my reward for that later. I don't want that to interrupt my video. So let's keep going. Random that thing. Let's choose a team escape. I haven't done, if it would let me choose it, Most Wanted. So let's do single player. And here we go. I swear I was in the middle of saying some other thing and I've already forgotten. What in the world was it? Oh, there's no collisions in multiplayer races in Sparkserver. There's no ramming, there's no collisions, you just ghost through everyone and everything, which is great, I think, unless you like crashing into other people. That's fine. I've never understood, really, WUGG's take on ramming. If you go through their rules, it is both permitted in regular circumstances, you can just ram people, and then there's all these caveats about you have to be making forward progression. And because it's such a gray, fuzzy definition, it doesn't sound like it at first, but really in practice it becomes this really fuzzy thing where you have tons of people on their Discord reporting people for ramming and then being shot down by the moderator saying, well, that's allowed, but they're creating this whole mess for themselves. It's just, I don't think it's a good idea. Don't like how they handled that. Again, I'm not in charge and I don't play on their server anymore, so it doesn't affect me. I'd recommend this one, because there's just no collisions anyway. It's a much cleaner approach to that whole topic and concept, and I don't think the majority of people enjoy the concept of being smashed around by other people. So, anyway, that was just a random tangent. That wasn't really connected to this and this Corvette. It's a good car. If you want a vehicle, I mean, look at that. All of them are using it too. Well, because they would, because it's the AI car. But, it feels a little more normal. The collision force isn't super over the top like you find with those Civic Cruisers that I've reviewed thus far. It just feels really pretty balanced. It actually feels like the most normal car that you can access, but here it is. All the AI are using it, and it's nice. And I do actually prefer, I think, this design over the default World's Palmont version. So yeah, let's keep crashing through. Oh, we do have a while for this. This is a fairly long team escape, so let's just sit back and have some fun crashing through some rhinos. I'll mention randomly that we've got, after this, 2 more videos, 2 more of these reviews. There are 2 vehicles left. Both of those, well, they're interesting. I won't give them away. People probably know what they already are already, but we'll get there when we get there. They've also both got, they've each got their own little strange thing going on. At least one that I can think of for each off the top of my head that's just strange. So that'll be fun to go over. And I am racking my brain too for other ideas about what I'll do next here on Sparkserver and things. I don't want to focus just completely entirely on these AI cars. I know I've given them a lot of attention in various ways, various videos. My first video and second one for Need for Speed World, coming back to it here in 2021. And, yeah, and then all these review videos. So, probably move on from these as a topic. I don't want to bore everyone to death, including myself, with just these same cars over and over, but we'll do something. I'm not sure yet. I might just tour through some random races, or yeah, we'll see. Maybe even like little advice about graphic settings. I know that a few videos ago, back when I was doing some team escapes, I mentioned that this is not the classic look of maximum graphics for Need for Speed World. There's a way to do this where you have good resolution, no motion blur, which I hate, and you know, geometry data is all as high as it can be, yet you don't have that strange, very, very red-focused color filter sort of slapped over the game, which, it's fine. It's not actually bad. It just seems a little imbalanced, and I prefer the cleaner look of not having that filter on. So I might get to that, little tips and changing stuff, but if any of you have ideas or something you want to see me do, I'm just looking around for ideas anyway. I have a lot of free time at the moment. that's not always going to be true, so I am making, oh, just kind of anything and everything I can think of to have some fun and put some stuff out there for people to watch that want to, primarily just myself, because I don't think any of this is getting much views and attention, but that's fine. It's still just fun to make. I'm doing it for me mostly, so if you happen to be along for the ride, enjoy. I hope I've been providing some sort of information. I know these haven't been super formal or terribly well organized or informative, but it's just fun to mess around with. And I will reinstate, I haven't seen anyone else doing this with any of these cars. They seem to be sort of a, I don't want to say a taboo topic, but I haven't seen anyone that reviews cars doing the same with these properly, even though other ones get plenty of attention, so I don't know, maybe I'm just weird for liking them. We're about done with our team escapes, so as I said, we've got 2 more car reviews coming up soon for these AI police cars at Sparkserver. Stick around or don't, because I'm not in charge. Bye-bye.